Hey there, Jen Levitt's business wizard and headmistress of Spellbinding Business School. And today we're going to talk about transfiguration. Yes, I did say transfiguration. That's the class that Minerva McGonagall teaches at Hogwarts. Yes, you heard right. We are talking about transfiguration today. But really, we're answering the question of what. Now, remember in our 5 steps to a spellbinding business, there were those 5 questions. Your what is the second question and is a foundational piece for your marketing message. So today we're going to talk about your what, your A to Z transformation. Now, don't get scared off that right now you may only be delivering A, B, C, D of your transformation. But realistically, you have a bigger transformation than you may be currently offering right now. And I want you to look at what are all the pieces. You may have worked with people privately and had some different content that you worked through, or different ideas or different concepts that you worked on that had great results that may not be part of your primary offering. So I want you to include the entire breadth of your transformation. Think of it as you're creating a train. You are the baron of a train company. You run the train company. And because you own the line, you get to determine where all the stops are along the way in your journey. And we're going to go from one side of your country to the other side of your country. This is your A to Z. What are the points along the way that you want to be sure that your ideal client gets? What's the transformation? What are the bits and pieces? Now, this doesn't mean that you're allowing people to get on at all of the stops, but these are like the markers. If we're flipped to more of a school layout, when you're creating a curriculum for your class, you have specific learning objectives that you want your people to hit. They're the different measurement markers. Even if we're talking like grade school from grade 1 to grade 8, at the end of the school year, you expect your child or your student to have completed or be at a certain level along the way. That's what we're looking at with this particular section, this what. What are all the different markers that you want your people to experience? Or what are the results that you know you can deliver to your people? And what are those markers? One of the things that happens in my life, my son is in first grade and he's actually in a combination class. So he's in a first, second grade class. And yes, it's kind of a hippy-dippy school and they have centers and it's project-based. They don't keep the kids focused on the lowest common denominator. If they're a more vivacious reader and can read at a higher level, they're welcome to do their assignments based on a book at the higher level. But they have to have met the minimum requirements to move up in their reading. So what I would like you to do today is pull out some Post-it notes or index cards and find a flat surface, whether it's the floor or if you have young kids, it might be a wall with the Post-it notes. And I want you to just do a brain dump. Do a little pensiveness and pull out all of the different pieces of the transformation and results that you've previously gotten with clients. Also, write down any exercises that you might want to pull in to get different transformations. I know I have a bunch of different things that I can work on with people. And when I did this exercise and broke everything down, it was very simple for me to see the patterns and how to group things together. So step one is I just want you to do a brain dump. Get all of these ideas out of your head and onto paper. I just stick them up on the wall or go through the index cards and just get it out. I'm like, is this everything? Is this everything? And keep going until I get it all out in that moment. That's the first step, okay? The second step, I want you to take all these ideas and then start organizing them and grouping them together. What makes sense? And as you're going, you may decide, oh, you know what? This little bit, this has to go first. This is the piece that if they don't have this information, they can't understand this other information. For me, it's talking about these 5 questions. If you don't have a solid grasp on these 5 questions, then us talking about creating your empire of business and creating something that is really scalable and sustainable for you, it's a waste of our time because we don't know what your transformation is and what are those bits and pieces and how would you want to weave them in and how do you want to deliver them. I know I just kind of jumped to another question, but going back to the what question, you're going to organize these things. And then I want you to think of your ideal client. You've probably worked with some people that are close to, if not your ideal client, and take them through the steps that you've laid out. Does this order make sense for multiple clients? If so, now you have your transformation from A to Z. And these are key pieces that you can pull out and use in your marketing message later on. So your homework recap today is do a brain dump of all of the different ideas and the transformation, the results that people get when they work with you. And organize that list. And then take some people through that process in your mind. Does that order make sense? Okay? So have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.